Welcome back to Black Clover Anime Review, episode number 38. This one reviewing the 88th episode of the anime, Storming the Eye of the Midnight Sun's Hideout, and the 209th chapter of the manga, The Wish. This episode just stops chapter 135. Though they do something quite interesting with this episode. Now, the episode does not start off with the chapter starts off. They actually have about 5 minutes of filler in this episode, which is fine. I've got no personal problem with that. I thought it was from the chapter, but nope, it's all personal filler. Yep, basically, the stuff they added for this one is that the opening scene is entirely filler. Until they get to, well, the titular hideout, it's all filler. They made this up for this episode. Let's see. The episode starts off with them, you have Noelle and Asa basically thinking about what happened back in the Undersea Temple arc with that one member who in the dub was voiced by Patrick Stoltz, said something about forgiveness and stuff like that. Of course, also we're thinking things, and you have Faust, Mimosa, and show up, basically remind him maybe a spy about, and there is, and he's from a shadow. Yeah, they'll explain who he is a little bit later. And then they pretty much go to what look like their base operations, and have a dinner. And they decide, oh yeah, we're going to wait 3 days until, well, we go out. And of course, Asa's stuffing his face with food. Mosa basically just wiping his face off. And of course, her being embarrassed by it. Blushing at that. And of course, Noelle, of course, blushing at that too. Because they're both in love with the same guy. Though, obviously, he may have picked one of these two women if he basically could stop being obsessed over a nun. Yep. And pretty much everything goes pretty much normal. Of course, Captain Rel tries to talk to Zora. That goes nowhere. He collapses. Of course, his subordinate just basically takes care of him. We have the two people, one from, I think it was the Blue Knights, and the one from the Crimson Dawn, where these two are the overweight members. And one of them tries to sing, and she's very terrible at singing, and that's what causes the spy to leave. Of course, Asha himself doesn't notice the fact that spy basically follow. Oh, before I mention this, yeah, they actually give Asa a ride on Faust's vehicle, his chariot. Yeah, first time I can think of he's ever actually ridden that thing, because when Asa ever flew in this, whenever he got transported in the series, usually it was via broomstick, never by this in a special chariot. Yeah, he was basically on Magnus, his special broomstick to make him think he's freaking Lobo from DC Comics. Yep. And let's see. Then you have Mimosa and Captain Silver just talking on the rooftop, basically asking like ways to be cautious. And of course, she discovers the spy pretty quickly, and then she proceeds to off-screen beat the living crap out of him. It reveals that enemy does not know who is, but since the spy in their midst, they move their plans, and that's where where the chapter starts off here. Yeah, so pretty much like the first around 10 minutes is all filler. Around close to about 6, 7 minutes, first part of this episode is all filler. Now they get to the place, and mostly proceeds pretty much normally. Yep, where they just, let's see. Oh yeah, they get there, they get to the hideout. They know how, of course, Asha was the one obviously went, oh look, it's a flying castle. Yeah, and of course, it was like no duh. Of course, they did like a 3D stone image of the place. Basically, it's anywhere place they want to, and they split into teams. And the teams are, I think they're in here. Let's see if we can find them here. Which I think that they added the enemy as well. I know one team basically consists of, or one team is led by Captain Silva, and has like that mushroom guy on one team, and Megala gets Asha and Zora, and everybody else gets basically them. If I remember correctly, I think that remember Group 2 had Luck on it. Yeah, had Luck, Melissa's stupid brother, I don't remember who the other two were, and I think most was not in this team. Most was on the other team with her cousin. I think she's on team 3. Noelle's on team 4. Yeah, I don't exactly remember the team names, but Asha. Now they have a spiritual caster, one who casts portals. He stays there while they just, well, do whatever. And then we cut to a guy from the animated son who can basically form his finger into a knife. It looks like a kitchen knife, and basically, now in the manga, it's a little more explicit exactly what he did to her. They actually do cover it up in the anime because in the manga you get to see a little bit more skin than you do in the anime. I mean, yeah, her top is pretty much partially ripped open, but yeah, in the anime, it's a little bit more, not exactly cut. They kind of conserved it a bit, but it still looks like it's torn. But it kind of looks like one of the open, like, shows up cleavage anyways. And then you have Luck just basically kicking right through the door, the floor, knocks the guy out, of course. And of course, the beauty guy, oh yeah, this is the team that Luck and Noelle are on. And Noelle unties the captive. I don't know who this woman is, just that she's just a captive. Except that she's a citizen of the Clover Kingdom, but that is it. That's all that's known about this woman. And then we see that Captain Silver just wander about, comes across some guys, beats them up, and then you have, well, Captain Frelion's sister just beating up the other guys. And of course, before this, she also gets a little stink bug thing, but she's like, I'm immune from basically childish things. Yep. It's so funny before this they went in. And Zora's like, then why did she bring us along if she can basically apply the people no problem? Probably because Asha basically is kind of smart. I wouldn't be surprised if they added the scene where Asha basically tries to stop Yuzuki and he accidentally touches her breast and she may get angry at it. I would not be surprised if he did that. I mean, Asha surprisingly is not a pervert. No, it probably just by pure accident, or probably she probably likes it. Either she'll probably get mad, or she just smile at it. And she is a very attractive woman. But the thing is, Asha's probably not into her. Because she's probably like 10 years older than he is. She's like pushing 30, but she looks great for her age. Yep. Fantastic episode this is. Yep. Now let's cut to... Oh yeah, they also have this thing where the episode ends with... You have the last of the third eye of the Midnight Sun. Yeah, he just gets up and says, man, I'm so lazy. And of course, they have this funny Petty Clover thing. He's like, can't sit up, he can't put his shoes on, he can't walk, even though that he probably can. He's just too lazy, so give him a lollipop. It's like, and his subordinate is like, what if I gave him orange instead of apple? Also, he mentions that Lasat, the leader of the Midnight Sun, is not at the hideout. Nope. Okay. Now we cut to the manga. We have Asta face off against the demon. And of course, Nero, the pretty girl that she is, just stands there. Of course, Yuno basically is just fighting alongside Asha against fighting up against the demon. And he thinks he stabs him, but nope. He just laughs and just shows the pieces. Comes back together. You see, looks like Lasat and the first Magical Emperor. And they both agree, there's no way we can let the people of this era die. And of course, we're going to take him down. Of course, at one point, Asha basically thought he hit the demon in his heart, but apparently he moved his heart for some reason. Yeah. We do see briefly Yumi and some female elf, I don't know who this one is, just standing there basically witnessing all this. But this is a pretty good chapter. It's a pretty quick chapter. But it does say that the manga is going to break next week. Yep. Apparently due to health concerns. So hopefully the break is not very long. But this is actually a pretty good chapter. It does extend the fight a little bit, not very much. Yeah, mostly it's just Ashino just take on Demon. Yeah, it's very quick. The fight's still going on, and with the exception of some dialogue that basically expands the arc, the story doesn't progress forward. It's still at this particular fight. This fight's been going on for about 3 chapters now. I'm thinking that the fight might be for the next chapter, but we'll find out when it resumes because the manga's going to break next week. Because apparently the writer is having health problems. Okay? Yeah, when I read this chapter, I'm like, wow, this was pretty quick. Like, it's a pretty quick chapter. I don't mind this as much. But lucky enough, last week's chapter did progress a little bit. This one did progress a little bit more, but not by much. I'm going to give this chapter roughly a 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good chapter. Okay? So, that's it for this particular review. I have one video still coming today. Definitely has to be to review newest episode of Fairy Tail, dubbed. And the other one's a maybe if I get a chance to do it today. And I have a review of the newest of season 24 of Case Closed. And if I don't get a chance to finish up today, if I don't get a chance to review today, I'll probably finish the season today, but I may not get a chance to review it. I'll probably save the review for tomorrow, along with the review for the newest chapter of 7 Deadly Sins. Okay, but see you next review. Bye.